finished. Charlie, get in here.
Oh my goodness. What?
Take a seat. I need you.
What is it?
I've just finished our Christmas list. I've gone back and forth all day coming up with what we need to get down. I've even put things into strategic categories. I think it's very important that we are together to go through this.
Great.
So, for our pre-Christmas list, we are gonna need a new KitchenAid with a new set of measuring cups and this new thermal cookie sheet. It is very important that we have these utensils so I can cook our goodies. Now, for the lights outside the house, I'm thinking that we're gonna need brand new lights with a sweet light in the yard. I was thinking the Rudolph story. It'd be so cool to see Santa Claus lit up on top of the house. I was also thinking about inside the house, and I was thinking that we need a new tree.
We already have a tree. Why on earth would we need a new one?
It's so last season. Now, for the presents. So, we have to get everyone the best gifts. It shows what kind of people we are and how much we care for them. So I'll have to get them early. So, before the end of next week. Now, I've saved the best for last. My list.
Stop. Right there. This is absurd. She's crazy, you know. Complete nut job. And I wish I would have known this about her before we got married, but most women are total crackheads when it comes to Christmas, am I right? Yeah. Truth be told, I hate the holiday. Like, just the entire season, really. You can't go anywhere without it being overcrowded with impatient, irritating people who will jump you if you so much as look at their spot in line at the checkout. And you have to watch where you're going too, otherwise you'd round that corner and there's that lady with her 3 spastic children who jab you in the stomach with a roll of wrapping paper. It's just fun stuff. Also, I don't care for those overrated dinners with the family members that I don't really want to see. I mean, what have I done to deserve a punishment like that? I'd much rather just stuff my face with nachos and watch The Office for 8 hours at home. Have I mentioned how much I hate this holiday? I think the only time I've actually been happy this time of year was when my brother and I got a Super Nintendo for Christmas, and we played Donkey Kong Country all through the night. We tried to beat it too. We didn't come close. That was great. But so very long ago. Now at work, I have to stay overtime because we're in debt. Can you guess why? She jacks up that credit card with things that we don't need. I've even had to go so far as to put stuff on our line of credit for the house. She's not worried though. Never worried. Things will be fine. She's actually got a plan for it, to buy more stuff. Yeah, it's a good plan for getting out of debt. It's great. Sure, I've thought about leaving, but I can't even afford that. I hate Christmas.
I've been sitting here for hours, trying to think of happy Christmas memories from the past. But I can't think of anything. My head feels so clouded. I can see bits and pieces of past memories, but nothing worth more than a shake of the head. I can see now that it's all just been a big show. Caring only about what I got, thinking only about myself. But now, not the only one I'm going to have to think about. It's supposed to be the most wonderful time of the year. My parents are probably at home right now, getting ready for me to come home so we can open gifts. I bet you anything they got me those Phantom of the Opera tickets in New York. Mom's been hinting about it for weeks now. They keep telling me how well I'm doing at university, how proud they are of me. Not for long, though. Not when they find out what I did. I didn't mean to. Everything just happened so fast. One moment with the girls, next with him. I didn't even know him. I don't do this kind of thing ever. I can't even remember everything that happened that night. Except that I was crying, and he wasn't letting me go. I can't believe I did this. They're going to kill me. It's all my fault. I didn't want this to happen. I didn't plan for this. I've ruined their Christmas. I've ruined my life. I feel so ashamed. Everything is going to change now. Merry Christmas.
Christmas. This time of year just makes me feel more alone than ever. Everyone has someone to spend this holiday with. They'll laugh together, get thoughtful gifts for each other. They'll have fun together, and they'll be happy together. But not me. I was gypped. It's been like this for most of my life. It only gets worse every day. Christmas just rubs it in even more. I can't take this. I'm alone, and I have no one. No one cares about me. I'm just a burden to the people around me. I'm an outcast. Of no importance to anyone. Heck, my parents can't even stand me. I ruined our Christmas years ago. And it's my fault they got a divorce. And I know they blame me. They blame me for everything. Everything's always my fault. I'm such a screw up. That's why I have no one. I don't understand why I had to be put in this hellhole of an earth. If my only purpose is to be miserable, no one can even stand to look at me. I hate who I am. I hate that I have no purpose. I I hate that Christmas is everything that I am not and everything I could never be. Everyone dies, right? So why prevent the inevitable? No more burdens to hold on to? No more chances to be laughed at? At least in death, no one can make me feel so alone and unwanted. One less mistake to be seen.
So that's it. This is Christmas. For some of us, it's how we think and how we feel when December comes rolling around. But that's not quite the right picture, is it? I mean, what are we actually celebrating when we partake in Christmas? Is it just another season, another holiday, a time to be joyful and happy? Is it an excuse for family gatherings or to stuff your face with food? Or is it a time of giving and receiving? Because if it is, then we can't really blame people for the feelings of unmet expectations, loneliness, sadness, depression, and even disappointment. We know the reason goes a lot deeper than that. And those of us who have been exposed to church on some level have been taught that Jesus is the reason for the season and that Christmas is all about the birth of Christ. As true as that is, we can't just only single out and focus on just his birth. I mean, that's like reading the first chapter of a book. You don't get the whole story. You can't possibly understand it. So, to understand the birth of Christ, you need to follow his life. And to understand his life, you have to have the crucifixion. And to understand the crucifixion, you need to believe in the resurrection. And to understand the resurrection, you have to anticipate his return. It is all one story, just as God is one. Lord, you have been left out and your story has just become some traditional reading instead of an everyday reminder. You were engulfed in a glory that is far beyond our knowledge. You came from a kingdom of pure beauty and pure brilliance to this earth, which in comparison is like a feces-infested dump. I wish I could understand that, to comprehend what that transition would have been like. You humbled yourself and became a man. You came to serve, not to be served. You came to wash the filthy feet of us sinners, to destroy Satan, and to set us free from the curse that bound us. You were born human, but fully God. Those who came to your birth praised your name, and those who came to see you sentenced shouted, "Crucify." The man made to be the king, the I am, would then later be mocked as king of the Jews. Your precious little brow would later rest a crown of thorns, and your little hands that were made to heal ended up nailed to a cross. A baby cry would mature into a cry of anguish as blood pooled down your face. A baby wrapped in swaddling clothes and laid in a manger would then be a grown man wrapped in a linen cloth and placed in a tomb. Yet in all of this, you were perfect in suffering. All of it. Lord Jesus, it is all about you. Everything. And it doesn't just affect us, it affects heaven and it affects hell. It's not just a time to be set aside for Christmas, but for every day, and to understand that every day. Lord, you gave us freedom and a hope. Why? Because you wanted to be in communion with us. So you sent your Son to this earth to live a life among sinners and to take our place on that cross. That's what you did. I love that. And you also, the man that hung beside you, you desire to say this to each of us. Today, you will be with me in paradise. And I long to hear those words. So after all our tears have been poured out and all of our pain has been released, we will get to hear you say just that. And then there's the foundation. The foundation that was set before the beginning and that will continue on past the end. Then David's throne will be established by love. And from that throne, a faithful king will reign who is always just and right.